Let's talk about the ways that we can help your child to stay dry through the night. I kind of divided in my head between short-term solutions and long-term solutions. Short-term solutions include medications, the most common of which is called DDAVP. It's a tablet you take before bedtime, and when you take it at night, you're dry that night. It works beautifully for somebody who wants to sleep at someone's house that night, someone who's going to sleepaway camp, any place where they need to be in a situation where they are not wetting, needs to be almost guaranteed that they're not going to wet that night. So it works great for that. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't help the body learn how to hold on to the urine at night. It really just controls it for that night. So you can take that pill for 6 months in a row, and for those 6 months you'll be dry, and the 7th month you stop taking it, you'll be right back where you were. So that's a short-term solution, which does have advantages to it. What I really like to recommend are the long-term solutions, and they're really opposite. It doesn't work quickly. You can't start using this technique and expect that the child should be dry that night. It's going to take several months of repeated using before you're going to see that the child learns how to hold on to the urine at night. However, when the child learns, it's done. It's over. They're not going to backtrack. You're not going to have any problems down the line with future bedwetting. So the long-term solutions that I'm referring to are the use of bedwetting alarms. Bedwetting alarms are made of a sensor that clips onto the underpants or pajamas, and when they sense moisture, meaning the child has fallen asleep and the bladder has let go and they have wet themselves, when they sense moisture, these alarms will ring or alert in some way. Then the child wakes up and they're already wet. With repeated use, the brain will realize that literally seconds after it relaxes and lets go of the bladder, that something wakes it up. And the brain doesn't like that. So what happens is the brain learns how to hold on to the bladder and not release it during these heavy sleep times. After 2 to 3 months of using this mechanism, almost all children will be able to be dry. And I think in my own practice, it's probably 95% of people are cured by the use of a bedwetting alarm. Bedwetting alarms come in 2 different forms. One is with a bell that sounds and wakes the child up again in the beginning after the bed has been wet already. And the other group are vibrating bedwetting alarms. It doesn't really matter which one you use. I tend to prefer the vibrating ones because I find that these heavy sleepers that have the problems with bedwetting sometimes can sleep through ringing alarms, such as alarm clocks and bedwetting alarms. Whereas the vibrating ones seem to be a little bit harder to sleep through. It's kind of like being shaken awake. Additionally, the vibrating ones are a little bit more private and personal, so that when they alert, it wakes the child up but doesn't necessarily let the whole household know that the child has wet the bed and is being woken by the bedwetting alarm. If the alarm does not wake your child up, then it needs to be returned. So you need to make sure that whatever alarm you purchase comes with a guarantee that you can return it if it doesn't wake the child up. None of this training technique will work if the alarm doesn't wake the child. If you have any additional questions regarding bedwetting or the use of bedwetting alarms, please contact me at askdrrisa@gmail.com, or you can follow the link below to get to our website.